Okay, let's be honest. How many times have you kind of glazed over when someone starts talking about insurance?
Yeah.
It can be like a total snooze fest.
It can.
Right. But what if I told you it's not just about those monthly premiums, you know? It could be like a secret weapon for building wealth and planning, like your dream retirement. Today, we're going deep into how insurance can actually work for you, not against you.
It's true. People get so caught up in that insurance as protection narrative, they totally miss out on how it can help them with, proactive financial planning.
Exactly. And we're not just talking about your standard car and home insurance here. We're going way beyond the basics into the world of life insurance, both term and permanent, which, yes, by the way, there is a difference.
Huge difference.
And then you have disability coverage and long-term care,
Oh, yeah.
the stuff everyone wishes they knew more about.
You're right. You're right. Each type of insurance has like a unique role to play in your overall plan. Take disability insurance, for example. It's like a financial safety net if you're ever unable to work.
Right.
Due to an unexpected illness or accident, no matter your age, this can be a game changer because
Yeah.
it makes sure you can cover those bills and living expenses even when your income takes a hit.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense because, yeah, you just never know. But here's where it gets interesting for me, life insurance for retirement. Like, how does that even work?
Yeah.
Is it some sort of secret financial loophole?
It's not a loophole, but it's definitely a strategy a lot of people overlook. Think about cash value policies like whole life insurance, right? These policies actually have a savings component built right in. So part of your premium goes toward your death benefit, but the other part, that accumulates in a cash value account that grows tax deferred.
So it's like having a supercharged savings account hidden inside of your life insurance policy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. Okay, so imagine Jane, a successful, 45-year-old executive. She's been diligently paying into her whole life policy. Fast forward to retirement, and she decides, you know what? I want to buy my dream vacation home. Now, she could dip into her investment portfolio to do this, but that might, disrupt its growth.
Right.
So instead, she decides, I'm going to tack into the cash value of my life insurance policy. She can actually take a loan against it to fund her purchase.
Wow. So she's using her life insurance policy like a bank.
You got it.
That's brilliant.
It's a strategic way to access funds without having to, derail your long-term financial goals.
That's amazing.
And speaking of retirement, it's supposed to be this time to relax and really enjoy, all the fruits of your labor. But healthcare costs, they can really throw a wrench into those plans.
Oh, healthcare costs, they're like the uninvited guest that never leaves.
They are.
So how do we tackle that?
Well, that's where long-term care insurance comes into play. So let's look at Tom. At the, wise age of 55, Tom decided to invest in a long-term care insurance policy. Fast forward 15 years, Tom is facing some health challenges, right? He needs assisted living. But because he had that foresight to secure that policy, a significant portion of his care expenses are actually covered,
Wow.
which in turn safeguards his hard-earned retirement savings.
That must be such a relief for him and his family, especially because those costs can be astronomical.
Astronomical.
So long-term care insurance, it's like a shield for your nest egg.
Exactly. It's all about, preserving your financial well-being, especially in those later years. And speaking of financial well-being, have you heard of health savings accounts, or HSAs?
HSAs, they ring a bell. Aren't those the ones that let you pay for healthcare expenses with pre-tax dollars?
You got it. So basically, if you pair an HSA with a high-deductible health plan, you're essentially creating a dedicated savings account, specifically for future healthcare expenses, all while enjoying those,
Sweet tax advantages.
sweet, sweet tax advantages.
So you're telling me I can save money on taxes and be prepared for future medical bills. Where do I sign up?
It's a win-win, really. And
Yeah.
the best part is that the money in your HSA grows tax-free, and you can use it for, qualified healthcare expenses even in retirement.
It's amazing. It's like having the secret stash of cash just for those inevitable doctor visits.
Right.
I love it. Okay, so we've talked about protecting our income and our health, but what about something, I don't know, a little less tangible? Like, how do we make sure our loved ones are taken care of even when we're, well, gone? Estate planning.
Yeah.
That always seemed like something that, only super rich people need to worry about.
Yeah, that's a common misconception.
Yeah.
Estate planning, it isn't about how much wealth you have. It's really about making sure your wishes are carried out and that your loved ones are taken care of.
Right.
And you guessed it, insurance can play a big role in that.
Okay, color me intrigued. How so?
Well, there's a specific type of life insurance, and this is where that jargon can get really tricky. It's called survivorship insurance, or sometimes it's called second-to-die insurance. Essentially, it's designed for couples, and the death benefit is paid out after both spouses pass away.
Okay, so it's like a double whammy life insurance policy.
Exactly. And that lump sum payment can be strategically used for a number of things, like covering estate taxes, which, by the way, can be a huge burden on heirs, or even, providing a nest egg for their future.
So instead of your loved ones having to scramble to figure things out at like what's probably a really emotional and overwhelming time, they've got a plan in place.
Right.
That's incredible.
Exactly. Let's say we've got Mark and Lisa, right?
Mhm.
They're a couple who have poured their heart and soul into building a successful family business.
Okay.
And they want to make sure that their children inherit it and can, continue that legacy
Right.
without being crippled by estate taxes.
Yeah, because I could see how easily those taxes could wipe out a family business.
Exactly. So that's where survivorship life insurance comes in. By having this policy in place, Mark and Lisa are ensuring that their children will have the financial means to cover those taxes and keep the business thriving.
Wow.
It's a beautiful example of, love and foresight in action.
It really is. It shows that estate planning isn't just about the money, it's also about protecting your legacy, your values, the people you love. Speaking of money, let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, taxes.
Oh, done.
I know, not exactly a dinner party conversation, but when it comes to insurance, those tax advantages can really add up.
Oh, absolutely. And this is where things get really interesting. You see certain types of insurance policies, they come with some pretty incredible tax benefits. We're talking tax-deferred growth on your savings, tax-free death benefits for your beneficiaries, and even, get this, the potential for tax-free loans.
Wait, hold on. Tax-free loans. I need to hear more about this.
It's a game changer.
Yeah.
Let's say we have Mary. She's like this savvy entrepreneur in her 50s, and she's, killing it in her business.
Good for her.
But she's thinking about both, like how to minimize her current tax burden and how to plan for a comfortable retirement.
Smart.
And she's smart enough to know that, leveraging the right financial tools is key.
Makes sense. Time is money, especially when we're talking about those tax advantages.
Exactly.
Mm.
So Mary decides to explore something called a deferred annuity.
Okay.
Now, without getting too bogged down in the technicalities, this type of investment allows her retirement savings to grow tax deferred, meaning she doesn't pay taxes on those gains until she actually withdraws that money in retirement.
So it's like you're hitting the pause button on those taxes.
Yeah.
Genius.
Exactly. And because she's currently in a high tax bracket, deferring those taxes until retirement when she might be in a lower bracket, brilliant move.
Yeah.
It's a double win. She reduces her current tax liability and she maximizes her retirement savings.
It's like a secret handshake with the IRS where everyone wins.
Right.
This is blowing my mind. I never realized insurance could be such a powerful tool, not just for protection, but also for building wealth and leaving a legacy.
That's the thing. It's all about seeing the bigger picture and understanding how insurance can be, strategically integrated into your overall financial plan.
Mm-hmm.
It's about taking control and making your money work harder for you both now and in the future.
So it's about more than just policies and premiums. It's about peace of mind, isn't it?
Absolutely. Knowing that you've taken those steps to protect yourself, your loved ones, your assets, that's priceless. It lets you approach life's adventures with, more confidence and less worry.
Speaking of peace of mind, we've talked a lot about the financial strategies and benefits of insurance, but there's also that emotional aspect to it too, right? It's that feeling of knowing you've got your back covered no matter what, right? Even if something unexpected happens, you've taken steps, to protect the things that matter most.
Yeah, it's like a weight off your shoulders, knowing you've got that solid foundation. And that feeling, that's worth its weight in gold. We actually talked to Alex, a new dad,
Yeah.
and he shared how getting term life insurance completely changed his outlook.
Oh, I bet. Becoming a parent definitely
Oh, yeah.
shifts your priorities.
For sure. And for Alex, knowing that his family would be financially secure, should anything happen to him, that gave him incredible peace of mind. His kids' education, their future, it's all taken care of.
Yeah.
It allows him to be more present as a father, cherishing those moments instead of constantly worrying about what if.
That's so powerful. You really can't put a price tag on that kind of security and freedom from worry. This whole conversation, by the way, has been a huge aha moment for me. I went from thinking insurance was just another bill to pay to seeing it as this incredible tool for actually shaping my future on my own terms.
I love hearing that. And it's true. The right insurance strategy It isn't about limiting your life. It's about giving you the power to really live it to the fullest, knowing you're prepared for, whatever bumps might come along the way.
Yeah, and it's like having that safety net lets you take more risks, pursue those dreams you might have put on hold, you're not so afraid of, like, what might go wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, insurance, when you use it strategically, it really becomes a cornerstone of your financial well-being,
Right.
not just a safety net, right?
Right.
It's about taking control, making informed decisions, and just like shaping a brighter future for yourself.
This deep dive has been so eye-opening. It's amazing how the right insurance choices, they can create like this ripple effect of benefits, from protecting your income and your health to securing your family's future, even leaving a lasting legacy. It's not just about protecting what you have today, it's about paving the way for a more secure and fulfilling tomorrow.
It's about recognizing that like life is full of these unexpected twists and turns. And having a plan in place, it allows you to navigate those challenges with so much more confidence and resilience. You're prepared for the unexpected. And that is a very powerful position to be in.
This has been incredibly insightful. I feel like I've gone from like insurance 101 to like insurance for people who actually enjoy life.
I love that. And remember, knowledge is power. The
Yep.
more you understand about insurance, the better equipped you'll be to make those informed decisions that, align with your unique needs and goals.
And that's key, right? Because it's not one size fits all. There's no magic formula. Speaking of which, if any of our listeners are feeling like a little overwhelmed, like, okay, this is all great information, but where do I even begin? We've got your back.
Absolutely. Don't hesitate to reach out to, a qualified insurance professional. They can like assess your individual circumstances, answer your questions, and help you create that like tailored plan that fits your life, your goals, your budget.
And don't just settle for like the first person you find. Do your research,
Yeah.
ask for recommendations from people you trust. Find an insurance professional who you feel really understands your needs and priorities.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's about finding an insurance partner who can really guide you through all the complexities of these different policies and help you make choices that bring you peace of mind, both now and in the future. Someone who speaks your language and gets your vision for your life.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of insurance, we want to leave you with this final thought. Think about like your own priorities, your family, your retirement, your dreams, your bucket list adventures, all of it. How could like a tailored insurance approach help you actually achieve those things? What could you accomplish if you had that extra layer of security and peace of mind? It's worth exploring.
It absolutely is. And remember, it's never too early or too late to start planning for a more secure and fulfilling future. Take that first step today.
And for anyone listening who's looking for a fantastic resource, we highly recommend Helen Hou, an insurance specialist who's ready to assist with all your insurance needs. You can contact her at 408-909-5865 to learn more. And until next time, be well and make it a great week.